Okay, so when I was in attendance of the church, I was in active participation. I was there every time the doors were open. I paid my tithe and offering. I taught children's ministry. I co-supported youth meetings. I started the church's preschool as the preschool coordinator. My first husband and I were constantly in marriage counseling. Obviously, we had a very volatile marriage. In another meeting was called for both of us to attend, and we had already been through so many of them. So I told my husband that I wasn't attending, that he was going to have to attend, because I felt like he was the problem and I was not. Although looking back, I have to say that I had my own share. Okay, that's being honest. And the pastor informed him that if I did not attend, he'd fire me from the preschool coordinator. And so I packed my things at work, turned in my resignation to the school principal that evening. And the next morning, preschool parents were informed that I had been fired. And I started getting phone calls from preschool parents because they were wondering why I was fired. Okay, my parents loved me. Then a teacher's meeting that same morning was called to inform teachers that I'd been fired. And a teacher friend of mine asked, well, don't you mean she resigned? And she was informed after the meeting that if she were to say that again, she'd also be fired. So I took a position in another daycare and did not return to the church. 2 years later, marriage to first husband failed. And then soon after that, I lost custody of my children due to my drinking, as I stated in an earlier short. All of this seemingly confirming the taught narrative that the devil attacks those outside of their covering. So what did I do? I ended up returning to the congregation. A few Sundays after returning and approaching the altar for prayer, both the pastor and his wife said, quote unquote, "We forgive you." And I had no clue what they were forgiving me for. None. I began working as the K-5 teacher at the church school, and my PE times meshed with another teacher who asked if I felt that the pastor hugged women a little too closely, to which I became extremely offended by her and let her know that I was trying to guard my peace.